Dear Prime Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it is such a pleasure to return to this beautiful country. And Prime Minister, you described it in amazing words, rightly so, the beauty and the power and the potential of this country. It's now 1 year since my last visit, and it's the very first time that I'm here in Tivat. So amazing to see the landscape and indeed to see the mountains and the sea and the coast. This region actually has been famous for trading since centuries. And as we gather here, I think you can feel that history is still being made. Montenegro is a country with an incredible potential. And thank you very much for describing it. We could go on for hours and hours describing the potential of Montenegro. Indeed, you are here at the heart of our continent. You are at the crossroads between Central and Southern Europe, between East and West. You are the home of a dynamic and talented population. You have adopted, as you said, the euro and now joined the single euro payment area. And that's a big step forward. One of my ambassadors told me that he tested the system. He sent himself money from Brussels to the Western Balkans on the 6th of October. It cost him 50 euros to send the money, and the money arrived 3 to 4 days later. On the 8th of October, after you joined the SEPA, he did the same. He sent himself money from Brussels to the Western Balkans. It took a couple of minutes and 0 fees. That is SEPA, a huge advantage for the business sector. And you're well on track to join the European Union. I mean, listening to the Prime Minister, you see the will and the determination to join the European Union. This is very ambitious, and we like ambition. So you know that we are with you every step of your way towards the European Union. But we are here today because investment is still not matching the country's potential. And I'm talking in particular about European investment. So my message is very clear. Don't wait for the accession to invest in Montenegro, because then you would miss opportunities that others might grab. The time to invest is now, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why I have made it a priority to attract more European business to the Western Balkans and specifically to Montenegro. And this before you join our European Union. And I'm pleased to see so many significant investors here today. Institutional investors also, like the European Investment Bank, the EBRD, the private investment banks, but of course European companies as well as local firms. The cooperation is so important. Energy companies, engineers, agribusiness, the list is long. I think your presence here today is a real vote of confidence in Montenegro. So what does this incredible country has to offer? With its beautiful landscape and this stunning coastline, tourism, of course, plays an enormous role in the economy. And today's projects have a strong focus on making this industry sustainable, as you said, for instance, through agritourism. But of course, the economy of Montenegro is diversifying into many other areas. Just look at some of today's announcements. In clean energy, we will see floating solar farms, high-altitude wind power, Montenegro's first battery and storage facility, so important for the future. In transport, the port of Bar will be the first zero-carbon facility on the Adriatic. And in technology, Montenegro's first innovation campus can create thousands of jobs. This is just a flavor of the 14 projects that we will sign today. where we unite investors of Montenegro and across Europe with a strong backing from us. These investments help, of course, give perspective to the young and dynamic population that Montenegro has. It will encourage more of the diaspora to return home, because here is where the future music plays. And they represent, these investments, millions of euros of cutting-edge investments. So it is proof what can be achieved when European and Montenegrin businesses are working together. But these investments are also a strong vote of confidence in the government's ambitious reform agenda. There has been great progress in many areas, like, for example, modernizing the judicial system. Several important laws were adopted before the summer, including significant electoral reforms in areas like political financing. But I would say the months and the years ahead will be even more consequential if Montenegro keeps its path, the speed and the determination, and I have no doubt about that. The goal of reaching our European Union is truly within reach. This is the moment to move forward at maximum speed. I do not have to remind you of that. With reforms on the rule of law and the transparency in public procurement, because this will also send a very strong signal that Montenegro means business and that Montenegro is the place to do business. Ladies and gentlemen, my message to investors today is very clear. Do not delay. The time for investment is now. There are incredible opportunities here and a wealth of potential. Let's make sure that both European and Montenegrin business are the ones that benefit. Thank you very much, and long live Europe.
Yes.